Where the hell is Bomb? What is happening to my girl? Hi, this is Nat. Welcome back to my channel. So, in case this is the first time you're watching my channel, I have been to a 21 concert this past 2024 for the Welcome Back tour. And I've been gathering some questions from people that want to know what the experience was like or that want to ask me stuff in general. So I will see what those questions are and I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. What song they didn't play, I wish they would have. First song that comes to my mind, but it wouldn't make any sense that they would have played it. But now that I think about it, maybe it would have made sense, would be In the Club. I think I mentioned this some other video before about 21. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite 21 song. From time to time the songs change, but I would have loved to hear this new version or like remaster or something. They did do In the Club, I think in the New Evolution tour, if I'm not mistaken. This tour was such a big hits that I don't think they would have been able to do it because they fit a lot of stuff in there. Like there was so many things that they even did mashups because there wasn't enough time to actually do all of the stuff that they recorded or all of their hits, because it would have been really difficult to choose a different set list because all of their songs are hits. Next question. What's the Japanese crowd like? I mean, okay, so I need to just mention some disclaimers. First is I am from Argentina. Our culture is very, very passionate and we love going to concerts and we love music. I knew from the get-go that it was gonna be a different experience than other shows I have been to in Argentina, for example. Japan has a totally different culture. I also knew because of the story of the light sticks that they kind of created the light stick dynamic to be able to engage people more and have them, participate like in a different way. But to me, they were really shy, but it's understandable for their culture. We are very, very vocal. We scream a lot. We yell a lot. We sing a lot. We dance a lot. Okay, next question. Did my bias change after seeing 21 live? Well. There's no right answer to this question because my bias is ever changing. I would have to say I went into the concert with Dara being my bias because of all of the footage that I've been, seeing of her and her stories and whatnot. And when I was there, MINZY girl, you're like a beast. I already knew. And that's why I do include the disclaimer that I have had all of the girls have been my bias at different times in my life. But MINZY singing the pre-chorus of Ugly, that lives rent-free in my heart. Not even in my head, in my heart. Next, would I ever go to a US date if they were to expand the tour? They announced 1 or 2 US dates. It's not a tour, but they are gonna be in festivals of some sort. I think it'd be easier for me if they were in Europe, like if they did a Paris date or maybe a UK date. I think it'll be easier for me. And also because things in the States are kind of weird right now. I also have faith that this is not the last that we've seen from them. I mean, we did go to Japan to see them, so the US isn't that crazy to go to. Next, what was the song that I enjoyed the most in the concert? I think this is such a contradiction for me because I've never been a fan of this song, but I think this relates back to my previous question about my bias. I think MINZY totally changed my perspective on Ugly. I see Ugly as this empowering rock angry song right now after seeing it live. I don't know, I think everything, like I've seen them lives so much throughout the years that just being there, being able to see them do the stuff that they do, it's just amazing. What was the question again? I would have to say ugly. Next. One of the comments somebody left on my videos was regarding Park Bomb. I did post in my community page, you can see that here, about how Bomb has been misunderstood for like the longest time in general, not just this last tour. I feel like she has a neurospicy way to go about life, and most times in this neurotypical world, that's misunderstood. I think that she was the one that was least prepared to go on tour. You can make up to a certain point, right? Like you're tired emotionally, mentally, physically. She had some great performances. She had some others that were more challenging, but I can say with certainty with the date that I was there, after one of the breaks, she joined the girls later. And when she wasn't there, I was hurting for her. I was like, where the hell is Bomb? What is happening to my girl? And when she came back and joined them, she was just her happy self, dancing around the song. It was one of the just cheerful songs. And I almost started crying because I was so happy. I think we should be thankful for all that she's given to us in this tour. I think that the girls are really supportive of her, and I think we should be the same because of her personal history, and not only that, but also the break that she had been taking from the industry in general, right? CL and DARA and MINZY had been active one way or another. And Bomb, the latest that she's done was release a song like some time back and didn't even do promotions. So we know. So I don't think it's fair to expect somebody to be a robot of some sort, because they are people and they are artists, but they're people first. And we should be able to see the humanity and to appreciate that what they're doing, because they're doing it for us. They're doing it to keep 21 alive. Shame on people that are shaming them because they're doing their best. We cannot even imagine or fathom the stuff that they've been through. Specifically Bomb, with her history with media in Korea and all of that shenanigans. I would also ask anybody to stop commenting on other people's decisions, other people's bodies, other people's mental health, and let's be supportive of their journey. I don't know, I just get very defensive when people start pointing fingers. Like it was so easy to be in the spotlight and to be targeted for whatever thing. Like you do one thing and you're like this black sheep. We're all human. Just, chill. Next. What was my favorite outfit from the concerts? I have to be honest about this. I haven't seen all of them. I'm still saving some stuff that I can look at for the first time. I have a couple concerts lined up. I want to watch them just because of the outfits. I'm into fashion. I love fashion. I love seeing their interpretation of what concert attire can be, because I feel like they're always trendsetters. I would definitely like to take a look at the different outfits. Do you want to see us comment on those outfits? Maybe we can do a tier list of the many outfits. Maybe we can vote on the community page. Let me know what you think. Okay, last question. Do I think they are recording a new album? Let me tell you something. If I know 21, and if I know Miss CL, Miss Pisces right there, she's definitely cooking something. She's always cooking something. She's always putting something together. We know that because she's teasing it. She teased us so hard when she was in YG, and she did like 100 songs. Hopefully, this time around, they will see how much coin 21 brings to YG, and they will continue to invest on this wonderful project that is 21, and they will allow them to release music. I know CL has already produced her own CD. Not only that, but also Crush before they disbanded originally. We know MINZY has been doing a lot of her own producing in her music. DARA has been doing her own endeavors, as same as Bomb. So I feel like them growing as individual artists only makes 21 new music potentially so much stronger. We got a little glimpse of that when CL wrote Let It Go, which was eventually not performed by 21, but intended to be performed by 21 as a 4-person group. And that was like really nice. I do think 21 has to mature. They're in their 30s and 40s, not in a sense of becoming more somber at all, but in a sense of, Fire was 2009 21. What is 2025 21? When is 2026 21, right? Like, what would that mean? I'm thinking somewhat of like what Mamamoo does, right? They're women. They're not girls doing K-pop. They're women doing music. And I think there's so much there that could be tapped into. I really think that CL has done that in Alpha as well. And yeah, I think there's definitely something that is coming up. I hope they do get some rest, but I do know that them being together would definitely spark up creativity and things for them to collaborate on. So I cannot wait. We're thirsty for that new updated sound from them girls. So with that said, that was the last question for this video. If you have any more, please, you can drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what other things you'd like to see on the channel. So that's all for now. See you on the next one. Bye.